Resident Evil Afterlife is the Mila Jovovich mega blockbuster hit movie where she showed the world that if people are gonna keep paying to see these,
But why?
she's gonna milk the shit out of them.
I don't know if I can do this much longer.
Just until they start being terrible, then only like 5 more. It starts off in Tokyo, where the Wicked Witch of the East is just standing in the rain like a total idiot. When this guy gives her the "is everything okay" look, which is the Japanese equivalent of the middle finger, she loses her shit and eats him in the crosswalk. If you're confused, then who fucking cares? Because none of this has anything to do with anything. Now, it's 4 years after that pointless shit, and Mila's still an amazingly written character who can fucking fly now. Which perfectly complements her very subtle and realistic go fuck yourself power. So she's basically God now, and nothing can stop her except her one weakness: a guy magically appearing out of nowhere. That would have been the end of it if this sick and sadistic son of a bitch didn't take things too far. So now there's a bunch of Milas for reasons that can't possibly matter.
Is that any way to treat a lady?
And sure, they may be a little off, but they know a war crime when they see one. So take some sideways magic bullets, you ungentlemanly fucks. Now we see the boss of whatever this place is.
Flood the main entrance with nerve gas.
And the fact there's even a button for that shows this guy's legit.
Our men are still up there.
Any more questions?
That wasn't a question, but it's only a zombie apocalypse and people are easily replaced. After scheduling an interview with a promising up-and-comer named Stevie, we get a giant pile of insulting bullshit from the mind of a 3rd grader hopped up on red vines and meth. He decides this is getting too outlandish and flies the corporate tilt rotor through a twisty bomb in protest. But son of a bitch, that tiny explosion only took out like 9 Milas. So there's plenty more out there asking stupid questions
Any last words?
and having shitty reflexes instead of just winning. Turns out the Mary Sue shit was getting out of hand.
All those powers of yours? Well, you can kiss all those goodbye.
Because this isn't Star Wars.
Thank you.
This franchise has far more integrity.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Then we find out the writer was being super fussy because they skipped their nap that day. So the plane he forgot he was supposed to be flying crashes into a fucking mountain. But she's perfectly fine for reasons we never learn, because at that point, the writer was in timeout. She's a professional though, and buys some time by just reading the fucking screen.
May 3rd, 1600 hours. 177 days without signs of life. I'm at 58.37 degrees north, 134.58 degrees west.
After telling us how much battery she has left and that she's currently recording, she remembers that she's also supposed to be flying. That is so hard to keep track of. When she's not fly vlogging, she's visiting plane graveyards and jacking people's diaries. But she can't find any dirt on Stevie, so this is total bullshit. But no time for that, because she hasn't live streamed in over 2 hours, so her fans are getting antsy in their pantsy, and she drops these bombshells.
May 3rd, 1930 hours. An empty field. And a beach.
Now the writer's back and sipping on yoo-hoos when this cootie-infested homeless lady attacks from out of nowhere. That shit wasn't cool. So no more booby spider for you. Later, she uses the "I'm just really stupid" excuse
I don't even know my name.
Carlos.
And she and Carlos become besties.
Perhaps you can cut me loose now?
Fuck you, and take a trip to Los Angeles, which is somehow unaffected by the whole zombie apocalypse thing. Then she spots these guys in desperate need of help and tells them to just hold tight as she tries to nail them with her plane. No, but seriously, she's here to help. Fuck! Stop ducking! Fine, how about a compromise? She'll crash her plane, but she's not gonna fucking help.
So, you're here to help us, right?
No.
So eat shit, you mutant cross between Joaquin Phoenix and Ron Jeremy. Now, we're gonna need you to stop existing until it's convenient, while they show her the many ways that they're really fucking stupid. But first, he has to light the prison torches to make themselves more noticeable. In fact, most of their time is spent replacing torches. Like these fuckers that you just know is a massive pain in the ass. They also have a brother character who needs to break out of a prison inside a prison, and I hate this movie so fucking much. Luckily, the writer was still riding high off of a sick fort he made and came up with a truly inspired reason.
The man is a killer.
How can you be so sure?
I can see it in his eyes.
He looks kinda weird, but seriously, looking like this isn't helping your case. So now, he takes one of his daytime torches so she can take a weapon shower. But son of a bitch, this old guy is doing some Steven Seagal level perving. Look, motherfucker, the only way you get to see her naked is by watching pretty much any movie she's ever been in. No fucking way. It's her first day. Nobody's gonna believe that a flower monster dragged Steve Ballmer down a urinal hole. But that's the normalest shit that's happened in 4 movies, so nobody questions any of it.
So these things can just burst out anywhere?
Gotta get out of this place.
You guys need to stop being pussies. This is nothing more torches can't fix.
Are you crazy?
No, just poorly written.
This is a mistake.
This whole franchise was a mistake, so fucking deal with it. His Mission Impossible level escape plan of just sitting there worked flawlessly.
I was wondering how long it would take.
Most prisoners do.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
For the love of God, yes, let's move this shit along.
Claire,
I don't know you.
I'm your brother, remember?
Motherfucker.
Look, she suffered some sort of memory loss. If you really are her brother, it'll come back.
Because he could be bluffing and just got lucky on guessing her name, which, by the way, is Carlos now, and then swung for the fences that she'd also have amnesia. She's right to be skeptical, but it's also irrelevant and never really comes up. So after going on a field trip, they split up to do normal things like welding while they talk about how it's his last day before retirement. And some prison elevator swimming right after we learn her entire touching backstory.
I was a swim champ back in high school.
And now she feels like a part of the family. Let's check in with them. Great, back to you guys. All right, luckily, they have their shit together and reinforce the gate the smartest way possible. Checkmate, bitches. Oh, what the fuck? There was an axe there. That shouldn't be possible. Every part of this was a massive failure, which is about what we all expected. Now, Ron Phoenix is trying to leave in the plane, and I have no idea why they care.
Don't do this!
They're not gonna use it, and he's completely worthless. But fuck it, might as well chase after him, because you're likely to catch him, and you'll have so many options when you do. Fucking idiots. Turns out, the FAA is total bullshit, and literally everyone can fly a plane with zero training. Sure, he skins his knee a bit, But shit happens. As terrible as someone they hate, leaving with something they don't want is, they have bigger problems. No, not that. Carlos also forgot how fucking belts work. So Mila thinks quick and tells them to hide in the elevator before exploding it with a prison bomb. Which works perfectly to confuse the shit out of them while they're trying to figure out whose side she's on, and they're falling to their deaths. She's constructing a harness. She appreciates you guys waiting patiently. Now get fucked. Then the writer found out they were making him those dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets and was so fucking pumped that she goes full Die Hard. Then changes her mind mid-jump, and now the attachment point is a completely different place, so now she's Indiana Jones. But fuck that, cause now she's Spider-Man. And fuck this cable too, it's just holding her back. Then she spots him, who's still pissed about that elevator shit. And they start shooting each other. But these fuckers keep getting in the way. Eventually, she makes it to base, and now he can't touch her, since the showers were compromised and the whole reason they're trying to leave in the first place.
Gotta get out of this place.
They head back there because they forgot, or the writer's stupid, or who fucking cares why.
All right, you're next.
I can't do it.
Then don't. Nobody gives a shit. You're not important. And that problem solved itself. But now they gotta deal with this nice gentleman who not only has a giant meat tenderizer, but is fucking jacked.
Thanks, Sparky.
You're welcome, bro. And Carlos, bless her heart, tries her best. But nobody's allowed to be cool in these movies but her. And after a life-changing experience where somebody stole his nose, the writer was inspired to take it to the next level by having her just shoot him again with the same gun. And this time, things are completely different. Now they're on a boat going into fog. Just shut up and don't ask questions. And now, they're on a bigger boat. They were gonna switch boats 5 or 6 more times, but the writer's crayon was getting all flat, which he hates, so he tries to wrap it up instead. Now there's pod people or some shit. But it really doesn't matter, because nothing in these movies ever do. Great! The guy from the beginning nobody gives a shit about.
Why am I not surprised?
Because these movies are fucking terrible. And hey, the other guy nobody cares about. They'd have been here a lot earlier if they didn't try and chase you off the building like a bunch of fucking idiots. Now, the writer just wanted to go watch cartoons, so I don't know, she kicks a plate of knives or some shit. So she stabs him in the brain and shoots him with her pennies. And they shoot him about 50 times. But god damn it, this movie won't fucking end.
Come on!
She lets them know he was in such a rush that he got complacent and didn't check the spark plugs.